Welcome to Venture Onward, your home for comic book reviews, comic book history, and the latest breaking updates from the worlds of Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and beyond. And today, the big news is that the Man of Steel is back on top. James Gunn's Superman, the first official release under the new DC Studios movies banner, has officially flown past the $600 million global box office milestone, making it the top-grossing superhero comics adaptation of 2025 so far. That's a huge boost for Gunn and co-chair Peter Safran, who've been tasked with breathing new life into a brand that's been limping through a rough stretch of misfires in the old DCU breakdown era. The numbers don't lie: $343.6 million domestic, $256 million overseas, with early Friday locking in that magic $600 million mark. For fans of DC superheroes, this isn't just a box office headline, it's a sign that audiences are still willing to show up for the best comic books brought to screen, even as the larger superhero genre continues to wrestle with fatigue. What's more, Superman's success lands in sharp contrast to the competition. Marvel Studios movies like The Fantastic Four, First Steps, $472.7 million, Captain America, Brave New World, $415 million, and Thunderbolts, $382.4 million, are struggling to keep up. For the first time in years, DC Comics vs. Marvel is swinging in DC's favor. This also marks the first DC title to break the $600 million ceiling since Matt Reeves' The Batman, 2022. For context, the last time Superman himself soared this high was Man of Steel in 2013, which finished with $668 million worldwide. Gunn's Reboot isn't quite at that altitude yet, but considering the genre fatigue, critics' praise, and fan buzz, it's a much-needed victory for the DC universe. Of course, it isn't kryptonite-free. International markets aren't as supercharged as they used to be, and it's unlikely to match juggernauts like Aquaman, $1.148 billion, or Marvel's Deadpool and Wolverine, $1.338 billion. But for now, Gunn's Superman has cracked the ceiling when many doubted he could, and that alone is a headline. The film stars David Corenswet as Clark Kent, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, and Nicholas Hoult stepping into Lex Luthor's shoes, backed by a roster of deep-cut comic book characters like Hawkgirl, Metamorpho, and Mr. Terrific. It's a bold mix of comic book analysis meets blockbuster ambition, signaling where Gunn wants to steer this new phase of the DCU movies. Superman may not save the entire genre, but he just saved DC's momentum. Please subscribe, like, and click the notifications for more breakdowns on graphic novels, comic book collections, and the evolving clash of Marvel Studios news and DC Studios news.